I don't know about you, but I sometimes find it difficult to build up the enthusiasm to head out and take photos when it's a rainy, windy, just unpleasant, dark day. And recently it has felt like most days are a rainy, windy, horrible, dark day, which makes it difficult to go out and do photography. But that got me thinking, what better time to talk about what you could photograph on those horrible, wet, windy, rainy, dark days? It's Tutorial Tuesday. Welcome back to Tutorial Tuesday. Each and every Tuesday, we bring you a brand new fresh photography tutorial. Now, I may not have the enthusiasm to go out and take photos in the rain, but I do have the enthusiasm for a good, solid, fresh at the beginning of this particular tutorial. Now, like I said in the intro, it's been raining a lot recently. It's been very windy. It's just not been great kind of weather to go out and take those stunning sunsets or, you know, beautiful portraits in that lovely autumn and the winter sun and stuff like that. I always feel a bit weird talking about autumn now. It obviously is still autumn, but it's starting to get into that kind of more wintry feel of autumn. And obviously with all the rain and stuff like that, you're not getting that beautiful autumnal light with the colors and all that kind of stuff. However, there are things you can photograph on those rainy days. And we're going to talk about 3 different things that you can photograph and 2 bonus tips as well to photograph on those rainy days. Let's just dive straight into it. The first thing that looks great on a rainy day is street photography. This is a great opportunity to capture some fantastic street scenes. Now, full disclosure, I don't love doing street photography. It's not a genre that I really enjoy all the time. But to be fair, when it's raining, there is an extra level of drama and interest in the street scenes you can capture. People with umbrellas, people running to get out of the rain. All kinds of interesting things can be happening around you, and it is a great time to capture that. So street photography is a big one. It's also great because if it really is coming down and you don't want to get super wet or you don't want your camera to get wet, you can dive into a shop or a cafe or something like that. Now, a coffee shop could also be a great spot to get some good street scenes. There's just so much that you can do once it's raining. There's a lot of kind of opportunity to look out for. So a great time, plus, you know, rain creates reflections. Great reflections everywhere. So once it starts getting a bit darker, which of course at this time of year is another thing that's very easy, you get all the lights coming on, that can start to look really, really good. And you can get some beautiful, beautiful shots. Now, talking of drama, the second thing that you can look for and find much easier when it's raining and also when it's windy like it's been recently is dramatic scenes. The easiest one for me and one of my go-to things, if I have to go and take photos, it's terrible weather, I'll head down to the sea, but any body of water will do, and find those waves breaking on rocks. They'll often be a lot more dramatic than they would otherwise be when it's nice and calm. You'll get the big splashes, you'll get lots of drama in those waves. That can look fantastic. But it's not just in the waves that you'll find that drama. You can also look for it in the sky. And I've actually had some great success looking for drama in kind of those clouds rolling in, the storm clouds. And there's drama everywhere when there's rain coming down and wind. You just have to find it. The third thing that leads on straight from that is atmosphere. There is so much atmosphere to capture during those stormy times, rain, wind, you know, whether it's mist over a body of water again, you know, maybe it isn't actually fully raining, but the weather's just not very good. It's very gray. You can get some lovely atmosphere. It doesn't even have to be kind of those super cloudy skies. You can get, you know, a very atmospheric feel after the rain or before the rain. Mist is a great one to look out for, but of course, as I mentioned before, clouds can be fantastic as well. They can really add to an atmosphere, whether that's in the city, out and about, over some water, anything like that. Atmosphere is a great thing to capture during these times. Now, again, it does mean heading out in this not so nice weather, and there's a few things you can do to keep your gear safe. So for example, I often take a towel with me, and if the rain really is coming down, I will actually just lay the towel gently over the camera while I take the photo. It keeps the camera safe. I don't do it for too long because otherwise, I don't want to overheat the camera, but it does keep the camera safe in the rain that is just pouring down. I'll always have a towel with me. I'll wrap the camera in a towel and then in my bag as well. So it just keeps it safe from any kind of water that might have gotten in or anything like that. You can even find some beautiful atmosphere in those street scenes, even if there's no one around, some beautiful rainy streets with the lights and the mist and the cars or anything like that can look fantastic. Now, I promised you 2 bonus tips for things that you can photograph as well on these rainy days. These are things you can photograph not outside, but stay in. I don't mind. I won't tell anyone, and I've done this before. 2 things you can photograph indoors so you don't have to go out in the rain and you still get to practice your photography. Food photography and product photography. Now, we'll have full tutorials for both of those over the next few weeks, but actually this is a great time to practice some of that stuff, right? Whether you're using window light, whether you're using a light like I've got on me here, food photography and product photography share a lot in common in the way that you might approach it. And there's a lot that you can do with that in the house. Like I say, full tutorials. We've actually got some tutorials on the channel already, but this is a great time to really kind of dive into that and maybe explore that a little bit more, because you are in full control of the light, of the surroundings, the background, the way you set things up. There's a lot of creativity that can go into it. It's actually one of my favorite types of photography, especially product photography. It just feels like an incredibly creative process to get the shot exactly like you want. You're not really reliant on, natural light or the positioning of things or like a landscape or a portrait. You are completely in control of every aspect of it. So look out for our tutorials on those. If you want to see a tutorial on anything else, anything at all, whether it's editing, practical, anything at all, let me know down in the comments, because I love hearing suggestions and I want to make videos that you guys want to see. So with all that said, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next video. But until then, as always, thanks for watching.